Oscar Brett Maher to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go. Yellow.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Shoot, shoot, shoot. Wide, 57. Get wide. Check 13. Check 13. Right side.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
At the 37-yard line.
Yellow. 180. All day, baby. All day, all day, baby. All day. Hey, check right, check right. Watch it, you present.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. Give him 7 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, No flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down. Prescott to throw on fourth. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
A gain there of 21 yards. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. Elliott. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Prescott to throw this time. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Morris Claiborne, the former #1 pick of the Cowboys there defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. Now Prescott on 4th down. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for 2. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Williams, he was solid in Week 9, the win over Minnesota. 12 carries, 125 yards, and a score. But that really only tells part of the story. He broke off a 91-yard touchdown run, the longest in the NFL thus far this season. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Malik Collins. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Throwing now is Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
At their own 46-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Here we go. Check.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
He is brought down by Kendall Fuller. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
Six 0 our score after one.
There you go.
Cowboys 6, Chiefs 0.
There you go. Down to lose one. There you go. 154. Right here. March 50. March 50. 26.
Prescott now from the 50. Flush to his right. And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott. And it's 3rd down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback if he was going to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
That's how you score.
2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now here's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
The tackle made by Robert Quinn. That's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 5.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Hey, alert 48. Hey, Rimland. 48 right now. Let's go. Strip the ball. Yellow. Tight dog.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. That goes for a gain of 31. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Slam.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. It's Kelsey on the grab.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard. You probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here we go with Williams. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Now Mahomes. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 23. A good return there, 17 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Check 48's the mic. Check the mic. Get that quarterback at all costs. 48. 48's the mic. Hey, defense.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
Showing that. Attack.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Well, Mahomes Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On fourth down, on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because
he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's what I'm talking about.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Chiefs nothing.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Harrison Butker sets the kickoff.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Keep playing hard.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
3rd and long for Prescott. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 51 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go!
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight.
Mike's Fofo. Here we go, here we go. 44 is the run. Go to 54, go to 54. Run, watch the run. Watch twist.
Another try after the first down sack. Prescott looking left sideline, incomplete. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin. And that'll make it third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Prescott from the gun. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. That's taken on the 25.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up, whether it's on your green.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover two, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up first and 10 at the 40. Elliott on first down going absolutely nowhere as he'll lose about 3 on the play. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now on second and 13. Prescott. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's third and long. Prescott now. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly third and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here now is second and 10, again from the 41.
Watch the pass. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
Mahomes going to throw. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now, 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is, and this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we got a backup who's warmed up and is coming to the game, so you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And a big 32-yard play on third. So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 35-yard line. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Throwing, Prescott. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, his struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
Throwing again, Prescott on second and 10. Escaping the pressure right. It got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Here we go. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
Now Prescott. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. Intended that time for Cooper. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Forced out to his left. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jeff Heath. He was looking for Watkins that time.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's Elliott, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Prescott now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. Touchdown, Cowboys! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they sit out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to...
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence, his 2nd sack of the night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. To throw, it's Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now Austin. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Prescott now from the 50. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Cooper was the target there. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. But it's going to be 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Mahomes now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. Cooper was the intended target.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Coming to you, coming to you.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3, and this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland.
Don't throw this.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take it in it? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Now Mahomes. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow. And for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour. And something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Kansas City.